Hey guys, I'm Captain Carter here, and today we're back on another part 2 video on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z aren't honestly that bad. So last time we left off, we were talking about Goku and Vegeta, the climactic fight of the Saiyan Saga. Two sides of the same coin, one being a super class elite and one being low class trash, but with the same goal, to become stronger, albeit with different goals. And so getting into the main fight, dang it, of itself, it's quite frankly amazing. The fight mainly consists of Goku using the Kaioken technique against Vegeta, and it's brilliant because Kaioken technique kills Goku when he uses it. And while they're fighting, we get possibly the greatest beam clash of Dragon Ball history, the Kamehameha or the Gallic Gun. It's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful fight. And just if you thought the fight couldn't get better, we get more Z fighters, the surviving ones at least, such as Krillin, Yajirobe, and Gohan, who we have not gone over much, but I think we'll get to them later in the Cell Saga. And with all these characters fighting, it's an all-out brawl. Vegeta recreates the moon, becomes Great Ape, starts killing Goku. Yajirobe cuts off the tail, and then promptly gets slapped out the fight moments later. Gohan regrows his tail and starts killing everybody. It's insane! It's such a beautiful fight! Vegeta then, of course, being the logical Saiyan that he is, cuts off Gohan's tail, who comically falls on top of him. And then he gets hit with a spirit ball on top of that. Like, this man can't get a break, dude. He gets his tail chopped off, dropped on by a 5 billion pound 4-year-old, then gets spirit bombed. It's insane. There's so much going on. It's so brutal, and that's why we gotta love early Dragon Ball Z. It's the brutality which people love these early fights for. It's amazing. And after all this fighting, Krillin stands above everybody else with the Yajirobe sword ready to kill the weakened Vegeta. But someone stops him. That someone's Goku. And here we get to see Goku's character in its fullest. And this is where Goku's character shines bright. Because, like, he's a being of pureness, I guess is the word to say. As not only does he save Vegeta, because he wishes to fight him once more, Goku being Goku, of course, he saves him because he sees the potential good of him. Like he does with everybody. Outside of Raditz, I guess, which, I mean, we're not going to talk about Raditz. That's a different video. And I believe this moment, and a moment later in the Frieza Saga, which we will get into, shows the best of Goku's character. A pure-hearted Saiyan who never wishes to hurt anybody. Outside of a few instances such as Jiren and Kid Buu. And that's why his character is so amazing. And it's not without his flaws, because he is extremely selfish in some instances. But once again, that's a character analysis, and I think we'll get to that later. Anyway, to wrap up the Saiyan Saga, Vegeta leaves, Goku, Krillin, and Gohan get picked up, and the saga ends. Tight-knit story. The series could have ended right there, and it would have been near perfect. But thankfully, Toriyama did not stop making up ideas and kept on going. Then, Krillin, out of all characters, showing his intelligence and ingenuity, thinks of the planet Namek, which he had no idea to, for an offhanded line that Nappa threw out, talking about Piccolo being a Namekian. This shows Krillin's ingenuity and makes him a valued member of the Z Fighters, and I actually like that Toriyama did not forget about all the human characters up at this point. However, they will tend to do that, especially going on to Super, where it is the Goku and Vegeta show, unfortunately. So, anyway, Krillin thinks that because there might be a planet Namek, they might have their own Dragon Balls. So, of course, him, Gohan, and Bulma, really the only remaining Z Fighters, as Roshi is too weak to go and Yajirobe is too scared, all head out to planet Namek in their new Kami spaceship that Mr. Popo knew about, but, like, didn't tell. It's weird. I don't know, it's kind of a plot contrivance. Now, to make things short, Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma all go to planet Namek, with Goku still healing on Earth, to find Dragon Balls, and here's where they meet the saga's big bad guy, Frieza. Frieza is one of the best villains in the series, but we're going to get that later in the video. And then we found out that Vegeta has not learned from his ways and still is looking for the Dragon Balls to become immortal. So we have a 3-way battle with Z Fighters of Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma, who's basically useless on Namek, Frieza, the big bad of the arc, and Vegeta, all trying to gun for the Dragon Balls. And it gets brutal later on, trust me. But right now, it's kind of like just trying to find the Dragon Balls, Frieza killing some people, nothing much. So, let's keep on going. And at this point, we get a bunch of fighting, Vegeta kills some people, whatever, and Frieza gets fed up and sends his best men to take care of them, the Guinea Force. While they may look like a comical bunch of doofuses like the Pilaf gang once were, they're nothing to slouch at. Because Recoome not only breaks Gohan's neck, brutally messes up Vegeta, and shatters Krillin's body. Then we get the big savior of the day, Goku. Now Goku basically one-shots all the Ginyu Force. He one-shots Recoome, one-shots Birder, who then Vegeta kills both Raccoon and Birder, makes Trice run away, so then he gives everybody sensu beans, and goes to fight Captain Ginyu, like an absolute Chad. We then get a brilliant way to take Goku out of the action for the time being, with Ginyu's new amazing ability to swap bodies, that's crazy. And while Goku does get his body back, it is not before Vegeta cripples Ginyu in Goku's body. And when Ginyu tries to steal Vegeta's body, we get another very comical moment, which once again is why I love early Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Ginyu goes to a frog. And it actually comes back for a moment in Super when Vegeta just like steps on Ginyu, and I think it's hilarious. And it's just funny, dude. But we also cannot forget to talk about Nail and Piccolo. Their relationship is actually really beautiful, as Nail, defender of the Namekians and the strongest man of his race, gets brutalized by Frieza and not even uses 10% of his power, even though Nail himself was actually extremely strong. And Piccolo fuses with Nail and gets all the pain that Nail had up by having to watch Frieza kill all his people. And so when Piccolo goes to fight Frieza, he does pretty good. But Frieza just has such terrifying transformations that make him stronger and stronger and stronger, even dwarfing a Zenkai boost to Vegeta in a terrible beatdown. Oh my god. And a Nail-boosted Piccolo who had just come back from the dead to save Gohan, who ironically is going to need saving from Goku in a minute. And while we're here with Frieza transforming, let's talk about how great of a villain he is. Now, a lot of people like the villains have backstories, and so do I. Sometimes I just want a comic book villain who's evil for no reason. And that's what Frieza is. I want to say he's probably one of the only Dragon Ball villains to be evil for no reason. And he is so evil. He turns water to salt water. Okay, he turns color white to color black by looking at it. He's so evil because he just feels entitled to it. He's no at this point in the series, he's never trained a day in his life, and he's stronger than everybody he's ever met. And he's just evil for it. It's brilliant. Yet he's so charming, and he has the force to back up anything he says, and everybody knows it. It's amazing how well Toriyama wrote this guy. But once again, even if I love Frieza, this is where people do begin to start labeling up criticism on Dragon Ball, where Frieza, unlike the other people such as Vegeta or King Piccolo, has no motive. And while I like it, some people start to bound up criticism, which I guess that's when they start becoming people who say that Dragon Ball might be bad. But these videos are reasons for why it's not. And we think it possibly the greatest fight in Dragon Ball, Goku vs. Frieza. And we're talking about the manga here. The manga is brilliant, dude. Toriyama's art is beautiful. I know this is Buu Saga manga, of course, but it's still such beautiful handwork and drawing, beautiful dialogue, beautiful choreography. It's just a brilliant fight, and one of my favorites. Although, it would not top the list of #1 for me. However, it's a beautiful fight. And it shows how strong Frieza is, as even Goku, Kaioken times 20, with the Zenkai boost from Vegeta and crippling his body, doesn't stand a match. And so he has to use a Spirit Bomb, which is just ginormous in this case, and even then that doesn't kill Frieza. But then we get to what is almost undebatedly the best moment in the series, and this is Goku turning Super Saiyan. And this has been alluded to the whole arc ever since the beginning of the arc to the end. It's been alluded to. Was Vegeta the Super Saiyan? Was Goku when he arrived on Namek Super Saiyan? We never knew, because we never knew what a Super Saiyan was. But the moment Goku's hair spikes up and becomes Spawn, we know what a Super Saiyan is. It's no doubt. We know what a Super Saiyan is at that point. And it looks beautiful. I know Toriyama did it as a way to save ink, but the design choice to make his hair spike is beautiful. And the blonde in any form of Dragon Ball media, even the modern Super style, which some people may dislike, is just beautiful. It's probably one of the best transformations in the series, and everyone can agree on that. And from this point on, Goku vs. Frieza is more brutal than ever. They're bleeding everywhere. Oh, the shirt's off. When the shirts come off in Dragon Ball, then it gets serious. Frieza buffs safe even more, but Goku's still stronger. And eventually they're fighting. Frieza cuts himself in half, and Goku, once again being the pillar of pure light that he is, shows compassion to Frieza, gives him energy, and tells him to run away. What does Frieza do? He attempts to kill Goku with that energy. Frieza, of course, does not know that Goku gave him zero energy. Goku's like, "You fool!" And it's so funny. It's so good. It's probably, I do believe it's still the longest fight in the anime. I do not believe it has still been top, I think it's like 3.5 hours. It is glorious, and if you've never seen that fight, just watch the Kai version, uncut. It is so brutal. Dragon Ball Super will never get this brutal. Dragon Ball Z, I don't even think it's this brutal ever again, except maybe Vegeta vs. Kid Buu, but it's just brilliant. And moving on swiftly, we go to the Cell Saga. Now, the Cell Saga is brilliant, and it's probably my favorite Cell Saga of the series. But the first thing we do is Frieza comes back, and at this moment, It's super scary, because Frieza's strong scared in the series still outside Goku, and everything, and Goku has not showed back up to Earth yet. So what's gonna happen? Well, this is when Future Trunks gets introduced. And Future Trunks is my favorite character, do not get me wrong, but here's where he starts the problem with the series. Super Saiyan becomes pointless. It hurts the series, and that's when more criticism once again builds up on the series. Seems that as the series builds up more and more and more, criticism keeps on going up with it. And while I don't see the criticism, it is very well founded, with Super Saiyan becoming a gimmick, with every Saiyan in the series basically getting Super Saiyan. But anyway, then Future Trunks comes up and says to Frieza, "Frieza, I'm gonna kill you!" And Frieza says, "Who?" And then Trunks kills Frieza. And then we're gonna have to end the video, because I'm sorry. I don't want to make this to a long series, but I don't want to make videos too long for you guys. So I think 10 minutes is fine. Probably go to part 3, which may cover both Cell and Buu Saga. It depends on how much I buff the script, which I'm still working on. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, and I'm trying to fix everything. And hey, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Peace.